Well, greetings, subscribers. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. And if you thought that was freaking awesome, wait till you see what I have in store for you today. As the description said, we are going to be making a custom Lamborghini cell phone wallet for a Pixel 4 XL. And I probably kept my old phone a lot longer than I should have. Let's see, I had 2 batteries, 3 cracked screens, and then, once the LCD went out, it was time to upgrade. I was a little upset with Verizon, though, because over the holidays, they weren't running really any good specials. And even though I was ready for upgrade on 2 phones. Again, they weren't really offering anything. I guess there's just too much of a demand on these phones. So, it is what it is. The other thing that I was upset is I could not get a Pixel 4 XL 128 in orange because I really wanted to match the cheddar wedge. But, the flip side of that is it is going to be inside of a case. You're never going to see the orange button. So whatever, I got over it pretty quick. So what else? This phone and the Pixel 4, pretty much the same as far as dimensions, thickness, width. The XL is, naturally a lot longer and taller. And, I was actually kind of surprised that there was, a crap selection online when it came to cell phone cases. There wasn't really anything of very good quality. Certainly no NFL teams, at least maybe not yet. Nothing for like the Golden Knights, and certainly not anything with a Lamborghini logo on it. So I figured I'm going to make one myself. So a couple of the little parts here in front of me that I'll kind of go over is one, I got this Kezi Home wallet case, and this was really one of the only cases that was pretty good quality, and it was actually real leather, not this PF whatever printed vinyl kind of leftover stuff. So this is very good quality. It's also a wallet, so you can carry your cards and extra money on the inside. And I also like this double magnetic clasp here, that it doesn't have like a button or something that goes over the top, so it's not going to snag on anything in your pocket. The only drawback to this was it only came in 3 colors. So you have this kind of brown, I mean, it's pretty much brown, and black with the brown stitching. I was hoping at least maybe that this was a little bit lighter, like a manila type color, and I would be able to get, I don't know, maybe some orange leather dye and try to make it cheddar wedge color. And then they had this brown with a super light tan, and that was even worse. And then they've got like a red color with that same, I think it's either brown and red, or brown and tan. So pretty much all 3 of these are ugly. But once I got these magic little embroidered patches, the skies opened up, and the angels sang, because as luck would have it, if you look at this brown and then you look at one of these little embroidered patches, that dark brown thread in the bowl is the exact same color. So once I put this on the case right there, it is going to be like perfect. And I figure this is going to lighten up a little bit as it gets worn, and then obviously this gold thread is going to darken up a little bit, and I mean, this is going to be phenomenal. So a couple things on here. Again, this is a Kezi Home. I got this off of eBay. I'll put a link in description. Don't remember what the price was, but it wasn't very much. I think it was under 20 bucks. And again, very good quality. But the only thing I might change is this has got that little kickstand feature, so I'm probably going to glue that down, because I do not like that. And I really like this double magnetic clasp thing, because otherwise when you have them on the outside and you're trying to put this in your pocket, that just, that's the first thing to go. So those are pretty good. And then of course, naturally, the Pixel 4 XL. And then if you go to Home Depot, Lowe's, Michael's, even Walmart has this E6000. This is an industrial strength adhesive And this stuff is phenomenal. I've used this before in the past for all kinds of stuff. I mean, it'll basically bond anything together. If you need to do repairs on a ABS like bumper, or you need plastic to ABS, or metal to ABS, or metal to metal, metal to glass, glass to cloth. This thing, I really haven't found anything this won't stick to, and it's very pliable. I mean, you could put a dab out and like stretch it almost 10 times its size, and it'll just snap back. And then it's got all the other properties. It's like fireproof, flameproof. It's waterproof. You can wash it, dry it. I mean, this stuff is fantastic. So I picked up black on purpose because of the black leather on this case. And then probably the biggest, here is these embroidered patches. So again, these are off of eBay, and you can usually find these kind of patches for Ferrari, Lamborghini, whatever. Most of them are crap. The quality is like really, really bad, but the ones that this guy sells really are comparable to Lamborghini factory patches, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're not. The only difference, if you match this up to say like a Squadra Corse, I have a Squadra Corse jacket here, and of course obviously you have the automobile portion of it, and also the tricolor, but the actual embroidered patch itself is pretty much identical. So again, either he's got a really good machine, manufacturing these, or he's just, stealing them from work and whatever. But I bought these originally around Christmas just because these are good to have for baseball caps, and also just go get some of these and go out and buy some polo shirts, some really nice polo shirts. Like you can get like a Nike shirt or something, and then stitch this over. It's got the heat transfer on it. Just iron this over that logo, and you've got, for like $8, you've got a $200 Lamborghini, factory polo shirt. So that's what I was using these for. That's why I have like 10 of them, and stick them on everything. But for this particular application, this is going to look just phenomenal. I mean, look at the color. So as I alluded to, you're going to kick yourself when you see how easy this is, because if you have any motorcycle jackets or something that's reflective, and it's on like some kind of textile right now, this is what they've used to adhere it to the actual jacket or that material, or even like riding boots or something. That's what you're going to see. Any place where you can't stitch this on and actually secure it. So in my case, because this already has these pockets, I really can't get in there. I'm going to kind of destroy this part. So we're just going to glue this on with the E6000, and we're going to press it into place and give it 24 hours and go from there. So just stay tuned. We're going to get this thing sanded down a little bit. I'm going to tape it off with some blue painter's tape, just so that this stuff doesn't kind of get in some areas that I don't want it to. And then I'm going to clamp it down. I've got some really nice flat pieces of aluminum, little flat plate aluminum, and just to squish it down in there. I want to try to get this, although these aren't another benefit to these is these are not very thick. Even this piping on the edge is not very thick, so it's not going to stand up very high. And then once I press it down in there for a good 24 hours, it's going to almost be embossed into this material, and it's going to be perfectly smooth. So just watch and stay tuned.
What follows is a brief construction montage.
Now, just a little quick update that I'm going to recommend is I did bring some sandpaper, and you can rough this up a little bit, but you'll notice that if you touch this right now after rubbing it with either rubbing alcohol or acetone, that this is going to be very tacky. And same for the back of this material. It's actually got a nice smooth surface that has covered up all this embroidery stitching, and so this stuff with a thin application actually works better on this flat smooth surface. You still want to hit this just to get the oils and stuff off of it, but for me, I am not going to rough this up any. I'm going to leave it nice and smooth, and it'll probably adhere much better, and it'll lay down a lot flatter. But I'm also going to press this between a couple pieces of aluminum. I've got some aluminum plate here, and then I'm going to clamp that down with some quick grips too, so it's not going to go anywhere. Hopefully this will kind of embed itself into this leather very nicely, and it'll be nice and smooth. So just stay tuned. And then according to the instructions, and using this stuff in the past, you'll want to let that cure for 24 hours. In this scenario, it's probably not needed. It'll be dry in probably 2, fully cured. But since there's no air in there, and it's not really anaerobic, we'll let it go the full 24 hours. And then I'll, pop these off and get the rest of the video. So stay tuned.
We hope you enjoyed this brief construction montage.
The next morning.
All right, welcome back. So it hasn't been quite 72 hours, but I need my phone and need to carry all my stuff and my cards in my case. So we're going to pull this out real quick and take a look. As you can see, I kind of stacked up the that little jack stand part. I glued that down and put some weight on it. So we'll take I don't know, drone battery and pixel case, because this thing's really heavy. And what else we got? Oh, some fabric softener. So and so here's what we did. We added the 2 aluminum plates on top of a power brick. Substantial weight, and so that glued this down into place, and yeah, that looks fine. And then we're going to get this stuff unclamped, pull that off, and we'll get this one off, and we'll pull this plate on that plate. And so as you can see, man, that is flat. And there you go. Oh, that is like, man, you can barely even feel the, especially right there. Oh yeah, maybe a little bit over here on this side, but right there, that is like almost, this is actually raised more than that is. So let's start pulling this off. Let's see what we got. I imagine a little bit probably kind of oozed out onto the sides, but you're not going to really be able to see it. And again, I would highly recommend taping these edges, just because once this stuff cures, you are not going to get it off. So if you had any of that like bleed over onto the leather, it's going to be pretty much ruined. And also, since it's a soft surface in the background, you're not going to be able to use like an X-Acto knife or something to pull that off. So wow. And because this tape is breaking up like this, it's a good thing I did put it on there. We'll clean some of that up later. Yeah, but for right now, man, there you go. Oh yeah, and look at how that's, see how that is embossed? Yeah, like I said, this part right here, barely even raised at all. Barely feel it. So all right, well, I am extremely beyond happy with the results. That is fantastic. Let's get this thing opened up here. And this is where I did the inside, so you see that little jack stand kind of feature is now eliminated. Do that. Get the new phone in place. And there you go. Right on. There's my little Nash. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. There you go. There's one custom cell phone case for a Pixel 4 XL. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you on the next one.